gave up! He gave up!
Oh,
He gave up!
my God! Look at RayRay!
He gave up!
Look at this guy!
What's going on, guys? RayRay Hidalgo here, and these are the 5 matches that made me.
Our next match is RayRay and Filipino champ, but man, that would be amazing.
Yeah, man.
If it came to fruition.
Oh man, so the reason this is on my list is because the day before, right, during that weekend, I was part of the first big high stakes money match, and I got destroyed, and it was one of the most painful, excruciating, embarrassing moments ever.
You got it. And that's it. X-Fight. Good game. Very good. Good job, RayRay. Look, Fnatic doesn't even have to pop off. He's not even popping off. That's good. That's good sportsmanship right there.
So at that time, I used to really struggle with tournament nerves. After going through that on Saturday, the tournament itself was kind of a breeze for me. And for the first time ever, I felt like I performed like myself on that stage. At that point, I was kind of streaking in the tournament. You know, I took out a ton of names. This was the first time I got to play like casual Ray in a tournament, and I was getting to showcase what I was really about. Like the crowd was already on my side, so I could do anything and they were gonna cheer my name, I think.
You want to save it for,
Oh! Yo! Why don't I reset the hit stun scaling while I'm at it? Good night.
Champ used to talk so much stuff back then, and you know, this was really East Coast, West Coast heavy. Like the whole theme was throughout that weekend. You know, a lot of public smack talk. You know, he was backing his boy. I didn't take any of it personal.
hey, one more. This is 2-0 already.
Wow.
Keep your hands up high. Keep your hands up high, man. Come on, let's get hype, East Coast.
Oh man, that build-up was intense. I'm actually getting goosebumps thinking about it because I remember it that vividly. But he had just given up and lost hope, and I couldn't believe it. First of all, it's a versus game. It's Marvel 3 specifically, where a comeback is always possible. I remember being confused. I was like, wait, but it's like, you can still do this really easily. And he was tapping me, he was telling me it's over, he was waving it off. And as soon as like the TOs told me that it counts, I just, you know, I got on my chair and I went along with the ride, with the momentum.
I have never seen this much emotion on RayRay's face. If you guys could have seen the pop-off just now, both hands up
Only
in the air,
in the East Coast, baby.
shaking. RayRay is feeling this energy right now.
Now y'all ready for this curly mustache?
There we
Valley
go.
5, we're about
Let's
to get it
get
started.
hype. Let's get hype.
The gentlemen shake their hands. Now let's get it. It's gonna be a first to 5. RayRay versus Smooth. Let's get hype.
Oh man, the Curly Mustache series was like a brainchild of Yipes and Persia at the time. It was an invitational only, and it was, I think it was $50 a head. Crazy numbers, you know? Something about Marvel, just everyone has to put in an absurd amount of money every single time. I don't know why the stakes have to be so high, why the passion is so powerful and potent. Oh, that's Moons, that's my guy, bro. He's a player from Long Island, and he was just, had such a unique approach to fighting games, and you would see it like across multiple titles when he played Street Fighter 4. But with Marvel, there's like Moon's movement that pretty much he was the only one that did, and to this day ever did, you know?
That's my man. I need him. Wow, nice. That is stolen. Oh! That was on me. That was on me. That was on me.
I had helped Moons essentially develop the gameplay to like negate my team. I knew that eventually Ryu would not be viable, and he was probably the first player with my assistance to completely negate what I can do offensively. But you know, it's Marvel 3 and you can kind of will your way into victory. We still got to play pretty clean, you know, we're still high level fighting games at the end of the day.
Here we go.
Oh! Snuff the doggy.
Initiating boot into face.
So Sentinel is just solid, slightly above average movement, has the fastest fly movement in the game. That's all I need. In older fighting games, every character had very unique tool sets, and like, they might not have 15 or 20 great tools, but they'd have 4 or 5, and if you utilize them correctly, they can actually work, you know? Like in old Street Fighter games, you might have a character that only really uses 2 buttons out of their whole toolkit, you know? And I feel like Sentinel has that with a couple of his moves, and all I have to do is use these 4 or 5 tactics. You give me a chance to move, to evade, and to create space, I will take advantage.
Animal cruelty, inbound. Ooh, frying pan. God damn. It's not even morning time.
Got it. All right.
Nice and simple.
It's just Marvel. Like I said, you can will your way into victory. And other games just don't allow that kind of potential to overcome the game. Like the other fighting games are a little more restrictive in that sense where they don't allow it. Like the rules are set, the tiers are really, really solid, and you're not going to overcome the tiers. But due to the freeform nature of the game, you know that you're always in it still. Until it says KO, there is a possibility that you can come back due to the high damage, the movement, and the crazy options, you know? So like, based off of the players I would idolize at the time, like Justin and all of them, you knew that you could come back. So I would just believe I could, and that would be the calming effect. Like it would have a calming effect on me, knowing that I could potentially come back. I think this match was really important for me because we got to showcase how cool Marvel can be when it's played cleanly. I'm someone who's like obsessed with the idea of playing correctly, right? Playing cleanly, playing with intent. A word I use all the time is purpose. We were implementing what would be normal option selects very early in the game's lifespan. We were plinking and defensively moving in a way that would become a staple to Marvel 3. Man, at that time, me and Moons used to talk almost every day about just how to do tech and how to apply it and where we thought the game would be in a few years. It's probably the set that I get referenced to the most. Every time somebody comes up to me and just, you know, just in general talks about like the past, they always mention me versus Moons at Curleh. I felt like we got to showcase just how awesome it can be. And it was important for me to prove that to people.
I am definitely going back to the archives and watching this shit.
Yeah, this is getting jacked. I mean, I don't got those proper sense, but you know, I can implement some things. Oh my God,
goodness.
and Justin Wong makes the comeback with level 1 Frank West.
Oh man, Justin Wong, bro, that's the marvelous one right there. So I completely idolize this guy. My gameplay might seem fast, might seem crazy sometimes, but honestly, my entire approach to Marvel is based off of the way Justin plays. Everything that I think is cool about fighting games, he was really good at, you know? Up until this point, I had not gotten a single set off of him, right? Every time I would crack through to a top 16 or anything high placing, I would almost always get eliminated by Justin.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, Hellbreaker. Oh, and it's about over. I think Justin Wong's gonna take it. I know he's not gonna drop that. All right, so Justin Wong takes it.
Playing Justin in a game like Marvel is unlike anything else. He's one of the few players where if you truly give him an inch, he will take way more than a mile. He will make sure that you remember you got lazy in the neutral, you panicked defensively, that you gave in to the urges. He will just take his time to earn the hit, even when he's at a deficit. It's very difficult to remain patient when you're clearly losing, but that's just a skill set that he possesses, and it was something that made me smile even though I was losing. It's crazy to experience.
I don't know how he pulled that off.
An ordinary guy did that against 2 characters from the X-Men?
This team is bad. It is truly a god-awful team. Do not get it twisted. It is a bad team, bro. It just showcases the beauty of Marvel 3. Like I keep trying to mention, his ability to perform with such an awful team was proof that Marvel 3 is worth investing time in, for me. I know not everyone saw it that way, but they don't understand the game the way I did and the way that Justin did, you know? Now I will say I did get him back later on in the set. I remember, I think I make a comeback with Sentinel to close out the tournament. So not only did I beat Justin twice at this tournament, but I also took my first major. So it was like a double meaning. I got to overcome a player that I respected so highly, and I won my first event.
Okay. Yo, something needs to happen.
This movement is ridiculous.
Oh, the scoops. Wow.
And he might do it.
Can he
might
do it?
Oh, he fell out with the reset.
Oh.
And RayRay's gonna do it.
And RayRay wins his first major. Damn.
RayRay beats Justin Wong in grand finals.
That was sick.
And he sent Justin Wong the losers.
Every year, I do a dream top 8. You know, just who I would love to see. Every year, RayRay's in my dream top 8. Dreams do come true.
Oh my God, Evo top 8 stage. There is, it's pretty indescribable. I mean, the speakers are so loud. You know, Marvel 3 has this famous opening when you turn on the game. It goes, dum.
Capcom presents Marvel Comics.
And when it says Capcom Presents, literally the floor is trembling. And I personally believe that 2014 was the best showcase. 2014 EVO was the best showcase of Marvel 3 of all time. It is a phenomenal top 8.
X Factor Command Throw. Yeah! He got it!
For the
and that's
top
gonna
8,
be
baby!
Insaynne is in top 8, eliminating Golden Boy Neo.
Steve is a fighting game fan. I do not know a single person that likes fighting games as much as Steve. Steve is the type of guy that he'll sit down and enter the 4-man tournament here. He'll play a game like Pokken. He'll do anything to play a fighting game. He just loves the experience of fighting games. At the time, Steve was going to school relatively near me, so he became one of my main training partners. It would be me, him, and Flux just grinding. To get him to a level where he can be at a top 8 at Evo, it was just cool to see, because honestly, the talent and the potential was always there. So just helping him get to the place where he could do it, and then both of us doing it at the same time was just gigantic.
Not like this.
He's gonna be able to kill.
RayRay
He's
will
hyped.
take it. And he's feeling it.
He should be excited.
So I've been talking about how open and crazy Marvel 3 can be, but one of the cool things about it is that the rules are pretty strict and pretty straightforward. So once you understand the rules, the way the scaling works, you'll figure out a way to kind of manipulate the system to your favor. Like a skill set that we had both kind of developed was what I like to describe as just pure awareness, right? We are aware of our opponent's tool sets, we're aware of our tool sets, and just the understanding of our own characters and like true deep understanding of how the game engine works. We're actually able to not only keep up that pace, but be cognizant of every single action that's taking place. So being able to do that against someone who could do it on my level too was just, it was a different experience. It wasn't even just a fighting game, it was something else, bro. It was something higher than that.
He is sniping it perfect. Oh, good punish there. No.
Double overhead, triple, and he still blocked.
Good block. Oh my God. This game is bananas right now.
It's so fast. How are these guys defending?
This was like, there was so many aspects to this that made it important to me. It was like, not only can I help somebody reach a high level at this game, we can do it at a way where we're both performing and excelling. And not only that, we got to play like ourselves on that Evo stage, which for me was gigantic. This was pre-gigantic convention centers, right? We were still kind of part of hotels. And one of the cooler aspects about a top 8 of Evo at that time, while you're on stage, you're playing against your opponent, and less than 5 feet away, there is a sea of 4,000 or 5,000 fans of fighting games. They're actually slapping the table, they're hitting the floors, they're rumbling, and it's very difficult to describe, but it is something truly special. Me and Steve are so comfortable against each other. To be able to do it in an uncomfortable situation, honestly just put on a masterful show. I am so proud of that set. We both played our hearts out. It is so good. It is such good gameplay, man. I'm more proud of that we built it together, we qualified for top 8 together, and then we put on a great show together. And that's my brother, man. Shout out to Steve.
Just a hair off of the snipe.
Oh, that would have been a good catch.
Player 1 wins.
I'll do it.
And Insaynne has been eliminated by Control's RayRay. I know he wanted to go farther, but you know what, Insaynne, you made it, baby. You definitely made it. RayRay moves on.
Damn. I like RayRay a lot, but I'm not getting the same feeling as I had with Lund. But I still believe, no.
Yeah, this is the first time I ever played Daigo, and this is Daigo, bro. Like, come on. You cannot be a fan of fighting games and not be a fan of this guy. So I'm from the era where Street Fighter was just held in a higher regard. Although it's not the hardest fighting game, the level of competition, right? The number, just the objective number of talented fighting game players who try their hardest in Street Fighter is just unlike any other in the genre. So this was like real Daigo. This was like Daigo with a capital D, son. It wasn't a 40-year-old playing a children's game. He was kind of showing that the game was clicking and that he was really a force to be reckoned with at the game.
Don't choke, Ray. Don't choke, Ray. Oh, nice. He's within a pixel. Don't choke, Ray. That's unsafe. That's unsafe.
It was incredibly hard, and the truth is I didn't have the 20-year experience of what you would consider to be Street Fighter-esque footsies. But again, I have high-level fighting game experience, playing people like FChamp, playing people like Justin Wong. The truth is, it's not very different to me. It didn't feel different at all. It was the first time I got to experience firsthand that high-level fighting games are high-level fighting games. That it does not matter the characters or the mechanics in front of you. It is pretty similar across the genre. I was always told that by players that would advise me, but I never actually felt it myself. During the set, I got to realize that every single decision he made perfect sense to me. Once it became apparent to me, I actually felt a sense of comfort. I was like, oh, Like, this is familiar.
Oh, cross under, let's go, Ray!
Oh my goodness.
RayRay standing up real quick, just to relieve some type of pressure.
Wait, what are you standing up for though? What are you standing up for?
All right.
I felt like I for sure had to let something go. Some of that tension had to be let go somehow. I think I was just trying to get comfortable again, but was also acknowledging in my head, like, oh wow, it's what the guys told me. I just had to like get back in, and it took me a while to get back in. I remember kind of the buildup, the emotional buildup, and not really being that composed after the realization dawned on me.
Take a few minutes, Ray. Take a few minutes, regain composure.
I feel like Ray choked it a little bit.
He did. Oh, man. No, he went right back into it. I don't like this now.
Luckily, with that early lead, it gave me enough of a buffer to kind of calm myself back down and get back into the match. It put a smile on my face. I was like, oh, I've been here before. I've played players just as clutch. I've played players just as aware. I've played players just as precise. And it was just awesome to experience that. Funny enough, we're talking about me fighting Daigo in Street Fighter, but all it really did was prove to me, like I said, that most fighting games at the highest level are exactly the same, but it just brought me back to my initial love of Marvel. I proved to myself that I could do it, that I am capable in that game, and that it's the potential is there, but it just took me back to what I want to do, and what I want to do is play Marvel, to be honest.
Yo, this match.
I can't take this anymore.
Yo, this is OD.
My heart's about to explode. Instant legs, the defense, he gave him another chance.
God. Oh my God, RayRay's gonna close it out. RayRay beat Daigo. 2 chuns and the pop off from RayRay. The pop off from RayRay.
I try to go with matches that are like meant something to me at a personal level, and yeah, I think back at these moments, and these are the reasons why I still play today, and these were the matches that made me.